Hey guys, Coach Patrick here. We're doing our first ever MachROM. So Mach 1's method of opening up, increasing our range of motion. We're just trying to get some active recovery, really just loosen up the body, feel good today. So first things first, we're gonna go shoes off, take them, put them somewhere out of the way, and we're just gonna start with a full body stretch. So feel the ground, wiggle the toes a little bit. You can go socks off if you'd like. We're just gonna interlock those fingers, open up the palms, stretch the hands, work your way all the way up. Eyes on the ceiling, and then we're gonna forward fold. And through here, we're just trying to stay nice and long, through the back, through the hamstrings, all the way through from the feet to the fingertips. Take your time, focus on your breathing, get the air to circulate in and out of the body. Find yourself in a relaxed state. We're gonna hold this position for 1 minute. Breathe nice and easy. Take as many breaths as you need. If you want to sway a little bit side to side, open up the low back, the hips. Just kind of get in tune with your body during all of this. Just a little bit longer. Try and sink into it a little bit more. And then when you come back up, you're just gonna go nice and slow. Squeeze your butt, interlock those fingers, reach up. Arch back a little bit, lift your chin. If you can go further back, feel free. Let the hands really reach behind you. And then we're gonna come back neutral. So we're just gonna get into our hips today for our main focus. So a lot of it is getting out of that seated position. If you're doing your squats, your deadlifts this week, you might have felt some tightness in your hip flexors or maybe even the adductors. We're gonna go ahead and loosen all that up, address that, so going into our next week, we can hit those a little bit smoother and get more benefit. So we're gonna go into our tabletop position. That's gonna be hands and knees, back flat like a table, shoulders are over the wrist, hips are over the knees. So from here, we're just gonna rock back into our child's pose. Butt goes down into the heels, slide your hands out nice and far. And then we're gonna come back up into tabletop. So we're gonna go, in addition to this, our leg out to the side. So we call this a half frog position. So our frog, the knees push out like this in a frog leap position. We're just gonna go one leg fully out to the side. Other leg's gonna be in a nice split triangle position. And we're gonna rock back, keeping our foot flat, just like we did for that child's pose. You should feel this on the inner hips. Come back up. Back down into it, nice and easy. And back up. Go at your own pace. We're gonna go 10 reps. Spend as much time in each stretch as you need. And when you're done with 10, you're just gonna reset back into that tabletop position. Take your other leg, reach out to the side, Make sure that you're in your open triangle stance. Nice deep breath to reset and rock back. And remember, the focus should be on the inner thighs, maybe a little bit towards that inner hamstring in the back. Just loosen up everything nice and easy. Make sure it's feeling good. Good as in beneficial. Take as much time as you need on this side. One side might be tighter than the other. If you feel that imbalance, let your body get caught up with itself. You can stretch one side a little longer than the other to get that balance. And then after 10 reps of this, reset into your tabletop position, and then we're just going to walk the hands forward, dropping the hips, looking up at the ceiling. So this cobra stretch position should be opening up the abs, opening up the hip flexors. Try and relax everything from your shoulders down through your back, into your hips, and through your legs. And we're going to hold this for a minute. While you're holding this, feel free to try and squeeze the glutes a little bit and then relax them. Squeeze and relax. And while you're going through this stretch, you just want to think about your belly button to your mid-thigh, just really opening up on both sides. Try and get those hip flexors extended, all while maintaining that cobra position. So back into your cobra. Visualize opening those hips and then relaxing the body. And good. So we're going to go into our 90-90 position. So that's referring to our hips, our knees, our ankles, 90 degrees here, and then same thing on the back leg, 90, 90, and 90. We're going to start off here, dig the heels into the ground. We're going to go hands behind just to make things a little easier. You're going to dig the heel in, lift the knee up. Your other knee is going to follow around, and we're going to come into that 90 position on the other side. From here, we're going to add a forward lean. You're going to stretch the right glute, the butt cheek. Reach across your body, opening up your hips. And then hands back down, heels dig in, knee opens up. Other knee follows, come down, stretch the glutes, reach across, and repeat. Take your time with these. Make sure you're getting the rotation through the hip itself rather than through the back. If you want to advance the rotation a little bit more, try and do it with good posture, not using your hands. So in a nice upright position, try and avoid leaning back or swaying. The knee is going to come up. This knee is going to follow. We're going to get into that 90-90. Drop down into the pigeon. and then reach across. If you feel like there is any tightness or limitation as this leg comes up and you're only getting about here, hold it for a second. Think about engaging your glutes. Squeeze your butt, let it fully open. Create as much separation between the knees as possible. And then just have it follow when you can't get any more range of motion. Be as active as you want to be, pulling this up, and then let this one come back around and follow. And work to your own abilities. This isn't a PR exercise by any means. It's just to feel good, get your hips moving freely so you can PR on the stuff that counts, like your squats, your deadlifts, you know, cleans, whatever variation of exercise you're looking to get into this week. So, forward lean, nice and square, nice and low. Reach across. As you reach across, open up all through your hip flexor. Nice and long, and reset. If you get any snap, crackle, pops, that's common. You can go back and forth when you're done, just kind of really groove those rotators. And then shake it out. Feet nice and wide. Reaching down towards your arches. If you can't touch, you're just going to use the bottom of your leg underneath the calf, behind the knee, whatever you can get down to. You're just going to pull yourself down into it, tuck your chin, and then come up nice and easy. Make sure you're breathing. Good way to loosen up the back, get out of that deep compression. Definitely helps wear something comfortable like our Mach 1 sweatshirts or our sweatpants or whatever you have available. But keep an eye out. If you want to look good while you're stretching, we are going to be putting a clothing order together in the near future. Take a couple reps with this, feel nice and deep into that stretch. And then when you're done, we're just going to come back into our prone position. So that's going to be laying down on your stomach, just like that cobra stretch we did earlier. Reach up. Open up. Breathe and relax into it. This one we're only going to do 30 seconds, not a full minute, just to kind of open up again. All right, going into a personal favorite of mine. I'm gonna start standing up nice and tall. We're gonna reach down to the toes, walk it out into your high plank. From here, step up right outside your hand, and you're gonna drop your hips similar to that cobra stretch. From here, drop your elbow, open up, keep your hips down, Replace your hand, and then rock back, straightening out your knee as much as possible. Drop back, switch sides, drop your elbow, hand up, hand down, rock back, hips down, feet together, and then walk yourself in, legs stay straight, and then stand nice and tall. If you found that was hard to get your foot up in that position, you can take something like a foam roller, a yoga block, some textbooks. Just have that ready for you when you get out into that high plank position. Reach down, walk it out. When you get into your high plank, you're just gonna go on your elevated surface, and that's gonna make it easier to get that foot up for you. From here, you're gonna do the same thing. Drop your elbow, open up, rock back, reset, switch sides, drop down, open up, hand down, rock back, reset, then hands off the blocks or the roller, walk yourself back in. So if you find yourself needing to use the roller, continue as you need. We're gonna do at least 6 reps. You can do up to 10 if needed. The roller, a block, textbooks, a stool, anything you have to add a little elevation is gonna help open up those hips a little easier for you. If you're having an easier time with that and you're progressing as you stretch, close that gap between your hands and the ground until you're on the ground again. And that will help improve your stretching as you go. And then we'll hit some stretch PRs along the way. So, as you finish up here, take your time, loosen up. You should start to feel really open again, reset, ready to take on your day, ready to take on your week. Finish up nice and easy, and then finish off with some nice breathing exercises. Take your time finishing up these reps. If you get done early, you can go right down on your back. And then from here, you're just gonna lay down anatomical, nice and relaxed. Palms up, feet out, eyes shut. You wanna breathe into your stomach, push your low back into the floor, and then breathe it all out. As you're breathing in, try and get anywhere between 4 to 8 seconds of inhale, followed by 4 to 8 seconds of exhale. So this is Coach Patrick with MachROM Barbell, finishing up our MachROM for the day. Boom.